LaShawn.
In Detroit, we don't say hi. We don't say hello. We say,
What up,
though? What up, though, EXP Con?
What up, though, EXP Con?
So, are you guys feeling educated? Are they making you feel celebrated? All right, so we can all go home and get compensated. Right? I am LaShawn, and this is my wife and business partner, co-team lead, and best friend, Tawana Jackson.
Hey. LaShawn, I see you got on your best Rick Jihad suit today.
Yeah, indeed I do. I thought about him as I got dressed this morning.
For those of you who don't know, Rick was the snappiest dresser and an EXP legend. Okay? May he continue to rest in power.
All right, y'all, let's get to it. When I was just 8 months old, my brothers, sisters, and I were placed in foster care because although our parents loved us, their struggle with heroin addiction made it very difficult for them to take care of us. Fortunately, our grandparents stepped in and raised us in a proud working-class neighborhood on the east side of Detroit. They had moved from Alabama in the 50s, like so many other black families, so my grandfather could work for Cadillac Motors while my grandmother was a homemaker. One of my earliest and fondest memories was when my grandfather threw a party to burn his mortgage. All the neighbors, all of our family came through to celebrate. It was just a crazy, proud day for us. I was only 5 years old, but that's when I learned how important homeownership was. When my grandfather passed away when I was 10, my life changed quickly. The neighborhood declined. Due to the crack epidemic of the 80s, my grandmother became ill, and I found myself homeless. I did things that I'm not proud of to survive, but when I became pregnant at 16 and trapped in a violent relationship, I knew I had to change my life. I escaped and got married at 18 to someone who promised to give us a home. At 19, I became a homeowner and investor because I never wanted my children to grow up without a stable home. That became the driving force behind my mission to help. Yes, thank you. To help others find the security and pride that comes with owning a home. To make a very long story short, before getting into real estate, I went to school, earned degrees and certifications, and built a 25-year career in information technology. I started on the help desk and left as a project manager for a major stock brokerage firm. I was able to raise my children comfortably. You can see our homes in the suburban Detroit. Both of them became teachers by trade, but my daughter now works for Team Peterson Jackson as our operations manager. And my son is the number 2 agent on the team. Our youngest daughter works in academia for the University of Notre Dame and is currently getting licensed and plans to specialize in commercial real estate.
Let's try it one more time. What up, though, EXP Con? I was debating on how I was going to start my speech because, you know, politics and all, but let's hit it. I grew up middle class, y'all.
She did.
Actually, I really did. I grew up middle class.
She
Both
did.
of my parents worked for GM. My dad is a pastor. I am a pastor's child. So I had a really solid foundation growing up. But enough about all of that. What y'all really want to know is about meeting LaShawn, because she already told you she was married.
Not there, not there.
So in 2012, we met like a lot of other modern love stories start. I jumped in them DMs on Facebook. Okay, it started with a DM. That's my family. For me, I'm gonna let you know, it was love at first sight, y'all. There's the DM, I went and found it.
I was
I'm a
sick, I
U.S.
wasn't
Army
high.
veteran, a college graduate. I had a solid career working for the state of Michigan, but my Army injuries caught up with me and life threw me a curveball. As I was getting ready to send my only child to college, I had to become what my joke is, a kept woman. Okay, and LaShawn decided that, Tawana, I'm going to support you, and that support made all the difference in my life. It became a catalyst for everything that followed. It allowed me to lean into my passion for servant leadership, build a mission-based business, and most importantly, create a legacy for our family right there. So, if we fast forward to today, our team is ranked #1 in the city of Detroit. We are #6 in Michigan, but let's be real, we should be 3, okay? We're working every day to make that happen, but what has got us here, what will take us further, is the foundation that we built on education, celebration, and making sure our agents are compensated for their work.
We knew from the start that rebuilding Detroit's housing market will require more than just selling homes. It would take education. And not just educating our clients, but also educating our agents, showing them how to be true advisors. We had to empower them to go beyond transactions and become leaders in their community.
We started by hosting home buying seminars, teaching our community how to build generational wealth through real estate. But it didn't stop there. Our agents became champions for our city. They weren't just selling homes, they were holding pop-up shops to support small businesses, showing up at career days in schools to inspire the next generation.
Through our mentorship and ongoing training, our agents weren't just learning to sell, they were learning how to make a difference, and the results speak for themselves. Today, we have 4 six-figure agents on our team, and the average agent in production earns $70,000. Remember, we're in the Detroit market. 90% of our business is in the city of Detroit, where the average housing price is $70,000. That's the power of education and mentorship. We didn't just talk about success, we created it.
But it wasn't just about learning, although we do a lot of it. It was about celebrating every step along the way. Because success isn't just measured by sales or numbers, it's about the community we build, the lives we touch. And for us, celebration is a way of life. And if you went to the Black EXP party last night, you know that to be true. One moment that stood out to me was calling Christopher Moore.
Where's
to tell
Chris?
him, where is he? He's here somewhere. To tell him he was the #1 Black agent in Michigan with EXP by volume and size. Okay? Now that call, it was small, but it was a meaningful celebration. It showed that his hard work had paid off. We celebrated him because he represented what was possible when you put in effort.
We don't just celebrate individuals, we celebrate culture. When we celebrated Juneteenth in Atlanta with Terry Gleaton, where's Terry Gleaton? Yes, girl! Terry Gleaton and the Wealthy Group, we combine cultural pride with learning. And when Kendall Bonner, Kendall's here? Kendall Bonner taught us about the upcoming NAR changes. We weren't just celebrating history, we were preparing for the future.
And then there are times when celebration isn't about joy, but about unity. Our team came together to honor the life of our teammate Danielle Smith's son, Andre Selden, Jr. He was a rising NCAA football star who tragically passed away. And we didn't just mourn, we honored him by creating a scholarship in his name to help young people learn how to swim before they attend college. So another mother will not get the call she did That's what real celebration, you guys, is. Supporting each other, especially when life gets hard. AndreSeldon.com if you guys would like to support.
Now, let me tell you something about how we celebrate. Culturally, we do it with food, music, drinks, and games. That's how we connect. So when faced with one of the biggest challenges in the real estate industry, the NAR settlement, we celebrated the only way we knew how, with a NARBQ. we fired up the grill at our office. Our office is pretty fancy, so it's kind of funny to see us out in the parking lot with grills and stuff. Brought the team together and had a real celebration. But it wasn't just for fun, it was a turning point. The NAR settlement forced our agents to believe that they are worth it. And we didn't just talk about professionalism, we lived it. And the lesson we taught our agents was this: in the presence of value, price isn't questioned.
We've seen the power of believing in your worth. When you know your value, compensation follows naturally. It's not just about money. It's about knowing your worth. Again, Detroit, Michigan, it's not just about money. It's about knowing your worth and walking into it. We push our agents to strive for more, to push the boundaries of what's possible. When you're educated, when you believe in your value, compensation is a natural result.
Yeah. Our mission to increase Black home ownership and create generational wealth has become so much more. Today, Detroit Black home ownership rate is 54%, up from just 36% in 2016. That is a testament of what we can do together.
We didn't just build a business, we built a community. We educated, we celebrated, and we made sure that compensation followed the value we brought to the table. And that's why we're here, y'all, to uplift everyone around us.
So we ask you, what will you do to celebrate? How will you educate? And how will you ensure that you and those around you are compensated for their worth?
Because when we rise together, we lift entire communities, celebrate, educate, compensation. Let's build something bigger together, y'all.
Thank you, EXP!